Richard Ian Cox, but he had a passport malfunction, or it expired, and he didn't realize it. So he will be here tomorrow, but so he's stuck with me! Yay! Yay! So there'll be a lot of singing, a lot of crying, a lot of holding each other. Yeah, I don't know if there's a topic for this panel in specific. Did it say anything, or just, no? Did you guys have any questions? Where a shapeshifter had taken my form and impregnated my wife. And I knew something was up because I wasn't getting any nookie. So I put two and two together and realized, wait a minute, something's not going right. Yeah. But the guys are great, yeah. Really good crew, good set. They're still going. And they recycle their actors. I just can't believe I haven't been back on there.
Yeah, because the last part was his mom.
His mom?
Yeah, his mom was dying and she got born.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Yeah. You see,
I'm an actor who doesn't have cable. I live on Netflix. Yeah. I just finished filming. Oh God, I couldn't remember the name. I just finished filming a new Netflix original series called Travelers with Eric McCormick from Will and Grace, and it's kind of, there's a post-apocalyptic world where everybody has to live underground, but they figured out a way to travel back in time, and they inhabit the body of somebody who's already living, but that kind of kills them. It's kind of like Quantum Leap, if you guys remember that. Anybody watch Quantum Leap? Where you jump into somebody else's body, except when we do it, it kills people. But so we pick people that we know are going to die, and we try and time it well. But it's yeah, it's a really well shot, really good looking series. So be on the lookout for that. Look out for that on Netflix. And I just did a movie called Death of a Vegas Showgirl, which is a true story about a Cirque du Soleil performer in Vegas who was in the show Love, of all things, and he murdered his girlfriend. And then his buddy and him chopped her into pieces and put her into 2 barrels and tried to hide her body. And it, yeah, it's a true story. It's kind of crazy. That's going to be on Lifetime. Funnily enough. And I'm starting a Hallmark movie on Thursday called something Blueberry. I'm gonna look it up. It's a Hallmark. And you guys get the Hallmark channel, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Of course. We don't get the Hallmark channel in Canada, so we have to wait till movies.
I don't have cable. I live on Netflix.
There you go. It's a steady diet of Netflix. Keeps you young and healthy. Actually, I'm 72. Amazing, I know. Yeah. And what else is going on? Oh, who watches Game of Thrones? Okay, so you guys know who Ned Stark is, Sean Bean? Yeah. You know, Ned Stark's from the first season. I just played his brother in a movie called, it's a feature called either Incursion or Drone. They haven't decided on the title yet, where he's a drone operator and getting all messed up because he's killing people. And yeah, so that was kind of neat to work with Ned Stark, the famous Sean Bean, who dies in everything. Don't ask me if
he's a Greek god.
What's that?
Unless he's in some kind of Greek tragedy.
And it's funny, because everybody dies in Greek tragedies, but
Or myths.
he defies the odds. And you guys are a little old for, well, you watch Ninjago? Did you watch Ninjago? Yes? It's okay.
we watched it.
I've seen it.
So it's like,
I was on my first flight here. It was a red eye from Vancouver to Dallas. And we rolled in, left at midnight, rolled in at about 5:30 in the morning. And for the first time I started talking to the woman beside me, and she was asking why I was traveling down and stuff. And I told her I was coming to this convention. And she's like, what are they about? She had no idea. And I told her, well, I do a lot of cartoon voices. And I started naming things that she'd never heard of. And I said, well, do you have kids? No. She goes, but I have a 9-year-old nephew. I said, well, he probably watches a show I do called Ninjago. And then this little kid stood up in front of me because we were getting ready to be playing, and he was about that age. And I said, hey, yeah, you probably know Ninjago. He goes, yeah. Ninjago sucks. I'm like, cool, okay, there we go. It doesn't suck. Hi.
What's your favorite voice acting that you've done so far out of all the ones you've done?
I get asked that a lot. It's funny. I love doing Moroku. He was such a fun character. Such a lecherous man. I enjoyed Goku, but it was probably the hardest job because there's so much screaming. And it was, they used to go, hey, can you come in and do 6 hours? I'm like, yeah, no problem. 6 hours and oh no, that's not smart. That's not good for anybody. Von Fennell was a really fun character, a vision of Escaflowne. I like the stories, and he could fly. It's kind of cool. Troa, of course. Troa was my very first anime. Best hair in anime. Yeah, it was going really strong because there was a lot of episodes in that, and then he gets blown into space for like 17 episodes. I was like, that sucked, but yeah, there's a special place in my heart for every one that I do. I love doing Michelangelo in the Ninja Turtles because he's iconic, even though the series wasn't written so well. Edit that out in the YouTube video. Yeah. Anyone else? Questions? All right, thanks. Goodbye. Hello.
How was it working with the Inuyasha cast? I was watching a movie with my little sister, Barbie and the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
And you were the prince working with Kelly Sheridan.
Kelly Sheridan, yes. Yeah. Kelly and I have a long-standing love affair in animation. Like in X-Men, Cyclops and Jean Grey. In Inuyasha, in Barbie and the Nutcracker. I think Vision of Escaflowne, was she Hitomi? No, she wasn't. I don't remember. But yeah, there's a lot of cartoons where our voices just kind of seem to want to be together. Her boyfriend doesn't like that. Because Inuyasha was it's an ADR show, or audio dialogue replacement. We don't actually work with anyone else in the room. You're just in the room by yourself, watching the show, and you're fitting your words into the mouth flaps. And of course, originally it's done in Japanese, and they're saying, Boku wa anata no itiru ime ga wakarimasu, kurosu wa taikutsu da. And you have to say, go! They need more words. Yeah. So you gotta sometimes rewrite and stretch things, but it's because you have to be so focused on just your own character. And it's funny because they've been doing it for 21 years, and they always, to this day, whenever I get a new anime, they say, okay, scripts are available if you want to come and pick them up early. But the scripts they give you have no action or anything written into it, just the lines, each line. And if you read just dialogue with no description of what's going on, you have no idea what's going on. So picking up the scripts early makes kind of no sense because it doesn't make sense. Anyway, but they always say, yeah, scripts are here if you want to pick it up. I'm like, okay, not gonna happen. But yeah, then we go in and you watch the scene and you're like, oh, that's what this line means, okay.
The script is cheating a lot. They fight.
The script is what?
The script is cheating a lot of they fight.
Yes. A lot of fighting and everything. Anyone? Hello.
Yeah, you mentioned Escaflowne. Do you know that they're actually redubbing it?
They're redubbing it right now?
Yeah.
Funimation, when they rescue licensed it, they also got the director's cut footage for the first few episodes. That wasn't the original cut, and they decided to redub it. But then they also found out that those were the only episodes that had the additional footage, so the rest of it. So they're going to have both the original Bandai's release as well as Funimation's new dub. So both dubs are going to be on it.
Cool. Go forth and conquer. Create and work.
Thanks Funimation for giving us both options.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've met a lot of the guys at Funimation. Good folk. Yes, sir.
So, I found out that it's you, Richard Hancox, and Scott McNeil, who unfortunately was unable to attend. You guys all live in Vancouver?
Yeah, we actually all live in the same room. We share bunk beds. Of course, Scott has to be on the top.
So, whereabouts?
Whereabouts in Vancouver?
Yeah.
Well, I can give you everybody's address.
No, I mean, like, district? Because like Burnaby, Surrey.
No, I'm dead center, Vancouver. I'm just 5 minutes from downtown.
Okay.
Scott's over by Main Street, which is 10 minutes from downtown. And then Richard lives in a faraway land. He's just building a new house right now, actually. But he's just outside of Vancouver.
And I asked you this question because my mother has lived pretty much in the entirety of Canada. She was born in Victoria, so she's been to both Vancouver many, many times.
Nice.
So
I think she rented one of our bunk beds at one time.
I know exactly where he lives.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Vancouver's pretty small, and there's a lot of surrounding areas, Burnaby, Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, Lanier, stuff.
And yeah, sorry about the Canucks. I mean, you know,
Oh,
good historic team, but just not the best of luck as of recently.
no. Yes. Maple Leafs.
But hey, at least you're not in front of Maple Leafs fan where it's like 40 years plus of failure.
Yeah. But still, the strongest diehard fans ever. Vancouver fans are so wishy-washy. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, Maple Leafs fans, they're the abused member of the relationship. You keep giving us promises. Next year's going to be good, better. It's worse.
yeah.
At least Tampa will get to the end. At least, yeah, the Lightning, which is, they have the Amalie Arena, which is right next door.
Yeah.
They actually got to the finals this year.
Not Stanley Cup, just
It's in
conference
the most
finals.
recent ones, but
Oh, yeah?
they,
Semifinals, I got into it.
No,
Okay.
A couple times, and that's against just.
Last year, I mean, yeah, the year before that, they did get the Stanley Cup, but they lost.
Chicago, they're kind of good. Yeah. Anyway. Hi.
What impression have you been asked to do the most by fans that you meet at like whatever con you go to or panels you do?
Most people want to hear the Kamehameha. Kamehameha! Yeah. It's kind of long time ago we did Dragon Ball Z, but it's still kind of the most popular thing. That or asking people if they will bear my children.
Well, you just beat me to the ask me this question.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's a big talent. Hello.
Was it hard making the Dragon Ball Z Kai series?
Was it hard making it? It was hard. It was because sometimes they'd go, okay, we have a 23-second yell and we want to do it in one take. So you'd be like, 23 seconds, okay. They go, oh, it was 21. And meanwhile, I'm seeing spots falling over. So yeah, it was really, you'd have to, I felt like, you know, there's people that do the deep sea diving with no oxygen. You have to keep building up your, get your breath big and then just run. It was very taxing. Hi.
Have you ever passed out in the booth from yelling?
I've not passed out. I've seen stars, and I've had to sit down, but haven't actually gone down.
Okay, that's good.
What is probably one of your weirdest experiences you've had in the recording booth?
Every time I work with Scott. That's it.
So basically, anytime during X-Men Evolution.
Yes.
No.
That was weird experiences. Well, there was the time Chipmunk Ninjas broke in. I'm not sure. We have a lot of funny moments. There'll be times, especially when we're dubbing, we just decide to throw in random lines that happen to fit in the mouth, and the director will laugh and go, "Hey, just do it right." Get on. Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, you have any weird experience at any of the conventions?
Any weird experiences at the conventions?
Yeah, like somebody tried to
The weekend is young, my friend. We shall see in a world. The usual. Yeah. I don't know if there is a usual moment or a sane moment. It's yeah. Is everybody staying at the hotel over here? No. Oh.
The Embassy Suites?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Long time waiting for those elevators. Woo.
Oh, look, there's that bridge that connects the convention to the hotel.
Yeah, I thought that had a roof on it.
That's why I brought the jacket.
Running in the rain. Tropical storm. Yeah.
Going along with that, so how many fire alarms? I remember the Anime Fest you were at in Dallas many, many moons ago, and it was 8 in the morning, and somebody hit the fire alarm, and we're all out there in our pajamas.
That's how I get to see most people in their pajamas. I'm like, yeah.
That early in the morning.
None of us did it. That was the first batch. Yeah.
Go to a raid.
Yeah, I barely even remember that one. But, funny. Hi.
Is this your first time in Florida?
No, I've been to Tampa 2 times before for this con. I think 6 and 7 years ago, something like that, yeah. I've been to Miami for a convention there. Miami's a little expensive. And then they have a wonderful thing on all their bills called something service tax, which I thought was a state tax, but it's just they add gratuity to every bill. And then I was tipping 20% on top of that. So everybody was getting like a 38% tip from me. I was like, I'm a good tipper. And an idiot.
But we don't have to state income tax, so that's nice.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Where were you?
Where?
How many times have you lost your voice from screaming?
More than I'd like to admit. There's especially because I do a lot of on-camera work as well, and you have to do a scene where there's a lot of yelling and it's outdoor and stuff, and then I have to go into the studio the next day and try and sound like a young, 13-year-old kid. And the director's like, really, what were you doing last night? Really? Were you partying? I'm like, no, I was working. I was. But so you really gotta be careful not to blow it out. I don't know how singers do, concert after concert after concert.
You should have seen me in the game room doing Rock Band. I'm like, it's like, hold it. Okay, good. It's done. It's like anytime Bohemian Rhapsody, that one high note, done. Yeah.
It's not easy to do. Nodding in the back. Hello.
Oh, hi, sorry. Do you have any lasting vocal damage from all of the yelling you had to do in Dragon Ball?
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
No. No, there was a time back in 2010 where I lost my voice for 10 months. So I got an appointment with a ear, nose, and throat specialist who, sticks the camera down and he's looking at my vocal cords and he goes, how long have you been a smoker? And I'm like, I've never smoked a day in my life. He goes, well, your vocal cords tell me you smoke at least a pack and a half a day. So then I was curious as to what was causing that, and it turned out I was living in a house that was riddled with black mold. Yeah. And it was kind of killing me. So I got out of there and my voice came back. Yay! So, yay! It's a good story.
You didn't die at the end of it, so
Yes. Every story that ends with me not dying, good day. Good day.
Either from the original show or from the final act, what was your favorite Morocco scene to record?
You've just picked a specific episode from a show I did many years ago. What was it?
From the final act or from the original show, do you remember anything that caught your eye? Something that's really fun to record?
I can't recall it specifically.
Yeah, and you seem that was just really fun to record.
I think I finally got some action from Zongo.
See, that was from the final act.
4 years, yes. Persistence, kids, that's what pays off. Cool. So what are you guys gonna do with these videos?
Reminisce.
Reminisce. There he is.
What's the most weirdest experience you've had during recording? From a malfunctioning with equipment to just how the scenes were recorded?
I don't know. I could tell a story of I went into a room where the engineer and the director were still giggling like little schoolgirls, and I'm like, what's going on? And apparently there was an empty aspirin bottle lying around, so someone had farted into said aspirin bottle and sealed it and put it on a heater in the recording booth. And then the voice actor who was in before me went in and they were recording and they let it sit there for a while. And they're like, hey, Gabe, what is that sitting there on the heater? Maybe you should pull that off. And they pulled it off and goes, oh, it's an aspirin bottle. He said, is there anything in it? And he opened it and goes, no, it's so giggle for quite a while. Hi.
Have you ever played a prank on like your other voice actors, like whether you snuck into their booth or did y'all record on separate days?
Yeah, well, we're on the same day, but yeah, you're kind of staggered times, and you usually go in and do your thing, and then probably have somewhere else to go. I thought of a funny story for it. I was recording X-Men Evolution, you seen that? Yeah. And my parents had, I'd been doing it for probably 9 or 10 years. My parents had never seen what I actually did for a living. They came to visit because they lived in a different province. And I took them to the studio, and I'd just been shopping the day before, and I bought a brand new, nice button-up shirt. I put it on, I wanted to look nice, and but it was one of those shirts that when you moved, all the microphone heard was shh, 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 shh. And it was a scene where me and my brother in X-Men Evolution are drowning. So it was a lot of shh, 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 shh. And like, yeah, we can't use any of the recording because your shirt's making all this noise. You're gonna have to record with your shirt off. Well, my parents are sitting there watching me, and I'm like, they don't always make me do this. True story.
I forgot, Matt Hill plays...
Matt Hill played my brother, yeah. We could totally be brothers, wow. And we played Turtle Brothers. He was Raphael. Yeah. I was Michelangelo. He was the best, right? Yeah. I did. Love being a turtle. Yes?
You ever meet the original, the boy from the
Did I ever meet the original voice? No. No. They were in LA. I live in the great north of Canada.
We're going to be here next month at the convention.
Ah.
Right here.
Did anybody see the new Turtle movie?
No.
Yeah, no, because I'm too excited about that, are they? Crazy. Hello.
Yeah, did you ever do Clash of the Titans and Kong the Animated Series?
I did both of those, yes.
Yeah, because I remember because Vaughn Fennell's voice was similar to some of the main characters and stuff.
Yeah, same guy. Yeah, Clash of the Titans was that was a fun little idea. Have you guys seen it? Do you know it?
Yes!
Take off of Clash of the Titans, and everybody was descendants of, gods. So Harry was a descendant of Hercules, and Odie was a descendant of Odysseus. And it's funny because every one of them had a superpower. I was a descendant of Jason from Jason and the Argonauts, who had no other superpower other than being a leader. Okay, let's follow me. And then you guys that could actually do stuff, go fight. Go. Yeah, I'm a strategist. I was the brains behind the operation. Yes, that's it. That's it. Yes. And Kong was funny because it was like my grandmother had figured out a way for us to mind meld, and so Kong could go from a massive ape into my body, and then I had to talk like Kong was in me. And I think I was doing a bad Bane. I know. Your best. Impressions. Crazy. So, anybody here want to be a voice actor? Yes? Yeah, probably can't?
I'm constantly doing stupid impressions myself, but most of them suck. 99% of them are too ugly to show on camera.
Oh.
Or in front of people.
Oh. There's a lot of darkness in your soul. Hi.
Yeah, with me with the voice acting, I'm pretty much more of a mimic or more like I can do one voice. It's like a demonic pixie. Oh, no. And it's like really kind of terrifying. I can actually do it. You want to hear it?
Sure.
Oh no. Okay, you have my interest.
Please,
I was waiting for something more creepy.
That was kind of like, do it again?
Good point.
It's kind of like Pikachu a little bit.
So shut up!
Are you gonna be a
Cool.
No, why not?
Nice. Hi there.
Hi, what's your favorite Inuyasha movie that you've done?
My favorite Inuyasha movie?
Yeah, that you've done.
The one where I was there and I had the wind tunnel and Songo and Hey, can you bear my touch bum? And yeah, good. I can't remember which for which. It's been a little while.
There's Source of the Honorable Ruler.
Yeah, titles aren't gonna help. Titles aren't gonna help. Like, when did that come out? It's has it been 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years! I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Did I eat breakfast yesterday?
Everyone has that moment.
Yeah.
What was your most favorite voice character you
My most favorite?
Yeah.
In the beginning we were talking about that. It's, I love Moroku. He was a great character. Bonfanel was great. Choa. I'm the quiet gun pilot. I have no name.
What is your favorite thing to have for breakfast?
Favorite thing to have for breakfast? I like eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs. Actually, I love poached eggs. Poached eggs, turkey bacon.
So ham.
No ham? That could be ham. Almonds. There it is. So interesting. Breakfast. So what are you guys gonna do for the rest of the day? It's like, oh geez, it's 4:30. Right?
What's the weirdest thing someone has ever asked you to autograph?
There have been a number of body parts. Weird body parts. Yeah, I've autographed sticks of Pocky.
Wow. Like the actual food item?
The stick part. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
We need a steady hand for that. Yeah, body parts. Nothing in the nether region.
Are we talking about the parts you actually signed or the parts that people asked you to sign at that point?
We'll just leave it at that. Hi.
Hi. So, okay, you were Trug, but what was your favorite Gundam? Like, did you like his, or did another one catch your eye?
Well, I played Reza Burrell in one of them, Lieutenant Woody in one of them. I don't remember the names of them. That's,
Billy.
No,
Billy?
no, like the favorite robot, like not like series.
Oh, like, did I like somebody other than Heavy Arms?
Yeah.
Heavy Arms kicked butt, dude.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I liked Epion kind of when that came in.
Well, we all have opinions.
I liked a lot, like series.
Cool.
Like one of my favorite figures, card.
Nice. Who's your favorite Transformer?
Transformer, Starscream.
Starscream, yeah. Yeah. They're fun. Evil characters are fun. You guys watch Death Note?
Yes.
Delete. That was so fun. I remember recording that. They're like, okay, now in Mikami's death scene, he gets a metal thing through his throat. So as you're dying and screaming, I need to hear the blood gurgling. I'm like, this is so much fun. Wow, what did you do today at work? I had a metal rod go through my throat and I died horribly. It was great. In the back, and then, yeah.
Is there a role that you really wanted but didn't get?
Every one I didn't get. I really wanted that role. I auditioned for it, I gave it my all. I sweat blood. I really wanted to play Wolverine in X-Men.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, he's like best Canadian superhero ever. Yeah, Scott McNeil got it again. That guy's got talent. He was amazing. Yeah. And who else? What else would I have? Yeah, it's. I mean, as an actor, you really want every role that you think, that you go out for it. It's funny. I just had a conversation with an actress yesterday, right before I came out. We were both doing a commercial for Canadian mental health. of all things. And I can talk about this now. I start off saying, it's normal to feel depressed sometimes, but if it starts to affect your work, it could be a problem. Like, say, maybe you thought you could have been somebody, but instead all you do is radio commercials. You know, it's just a voice in a box. How do you even put on pants? You're stupid and worthless and lazy. And, you know, kind of beating yourself up. Another one of the actresses that was working on a different one said, you know, I went out for this part on camera, and all they said to me is, you weren't right for the role. So I got to find out what that means. I'm like, why do you want to know what it means? Is when somebody says you're not right, just take it to that. You don't want to have them say, you're too this, you're too that, you're too... That's why actors drink. Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the things I've heard, I think it was Jim Cummings once said this in an interview, when he was doing like one of the Winnie the Pooh movies. He basically said either you want the voice, either you want them to say, okay, that's exactly what we're looking for, or you want them to say, that's not at all what we're looking for, but it's interesting. We could make a new character out of that, or find another role for that. That's a good voice.
Yeah, we always want accolades.
Yeah. Any way to get employed.
Praise is good.
Any way to get employed.
Cool. One second. Go here.
Would you happen to remember any episodes that you recorded for Inuyasha's final act?
Maybe. Was that the one where I had the wind tunnel and the song going in? I love that one. That one was my favorite.
Well, I was just wondering, like, my favorite part. I mean, like, I know Richard isn't here, but if he was here, then I would say my favorite part was when Inuyasha got drunk off of the sake.
Oh, I like that. Richard actually is here. He's only 6 inches tall. Nobody realizes.
But yeah, that was my favorite part.
Getting drunk off sake. I did a lot of research for that part.
What were some of the favorite voice actors you met coming to conventions?
All of them. You know what? Everybody I meet is super cool. I've met tons of people from Chris Sabat, Monica Real. I took Spike Spencer to a party at Eddie Van Halen's house in Los Angeles. What? And that almost made his head explode. It was quite a party.
That's something to see.
Yeah, he actually, I think he made a CD talking about it. It's Eddie Van Halen's house. Van Halen! Yeah. All right. We were cooking along, cruising. What are you guys gonna do for the rest of the day? Panels. Eat. Eat, sleep, be merry. Hey.
What's one of the weirdest things you've ever run into at like a con, or just had a weird experience with, or what's funniest anywhere?
I had a young lady who tended to follow me wherever I went and purchase anything that had anything to do with me off the internet. And she would show up like at random cities all across the country and get me to sign them. She was very committed to the Kirby cause. I just should have put her in charge of my publicity. Yeah. Do you have a question? Direction?
Yeah, direction.
Throw a ninja star. Cool. Hey.
What was a difficult role for you?
Nothing is difficult for me. I'll tell you a difficult role that I played on camera. There's a sci-fi space show on Space called High Moon.
Yes.
Did you guys see it?
I did.
My character did not speak English.
Yeah.
I had to learn Russian for the role.
Really?
So I auditioned for a different character, a character that was played by Jonathan Tucker, they didn't know if he was an American spy, a Russian spy, so they wanted somebody that could speak, with an American accent, English, and somebody that could speak Russian and sound Russian. But they couldn't find any Russian speakers that could sound American, and any Americans that knew Russian. So Tucker and I just started to they asked me to come in and play his commanding officer. And we were also in a loving relationship behind the backs of all our other, because I was his main commanding major commander or something like that. Yes, we were secretly in love, and we had to do an on-screen kiss, which made Tucker very nervous. He's like, he goes, all right, this is how this is going to go down. I'm going to push my face against yours. Anything passes my lips, we're going to have a problem. But so for 5 weeks, I just studied Russian with a coach every day to learn, что за повод совершенно. Топный пелотон спал в разлуке кибетские. Редки, что это очень особенный случай. Американский, скажу тебе об этом. Russianish. I don't know, those Russians, they have a different word for everything. Let me tell you. Think about that.
I had a Russian teacher in computer. She taught me photography. So yeah.
Nice. Good. Cool. Are we good for time? No? You guys got any more questions?
You've done both live action and animation, so really obvious, being in front of the camera. How is it different?
Yeah, okay, you know what? Here's how it's different. One, voice actors actually get paid better than on-camera actors. Not so much for anime because you're revoicing something, and it's I think it has to do with intellectual property. When you're revoicing something, you get paid less than if you were the original voice for something, and you work a lot shorter hours. Like I was doing this movie, Death of a Vegas Showgirl, and it's 12 to 14 hours on set each day. It can be a long day, but then there's a lot of sitting around waiting for them to set up lights and set up cameras and all that stuff. But I like to have the balance of both, doing on-camera and voice. It's good to have variety. I can't do a play, for instance, for longer than a month. I'd be like, I don't want to do this play anymore. I hate everything in it. Yeah, it drives me crazy. But yeah, I like to have a lot of variety in my career. Yeah.
Hi, I know my question mainly consists of Inuyasha because my Inuyasha is like my favorite anime of all time.
And why wouldn't it be?
But I mean, is it okay if I request something from you?
That's a pretty loaded question. Next thing you know, I don't have pants. It's crazy.
Well, is it okay if you make up like a proposal to Sango?
If I make up a proposal to Sango?
Yeah. I would
Sango, it's been a long time. I think it's time that you and I got busy! Yeah, so did he. He was kind of like, oh, there. Hey.
Yeah, one road that you decide not to do it, or you, like, do it because it's kind of hard, or like you reject, like, maybe
There's not so much. There's not really. No, there's a couple of things that have come out that's really over the top, racy, and I've been kind of like, I don't know if that's something I want to work on. But I don't even remember the names of them. I recently worked on something with a bunch of guys in dresses. I don't know what it was. Oh wait, that was just my at home parents. Oh, everybody wants. Hi.
I think my question just kind of feeds off his. I mean, I feel like with a lot of voice actors, you only will really have roles that you regret, like after you do them, because the guy that's worked as much in voice acting as Rob Paulson, who has like the second longest page on Internet Movie Database of roles out there. I mean, he's basically said he's had several roles that he's like, I do that again. What was the point of that role? Like if you have had a role like that where you just said, man, that was I got paid for that, I got the job, but I hope nobody remember that kind of role.
Not really. I've had the great fortune of being naked on TV. In a scene where I was with Eric Stoltz, William H. Macy, Felicity Huffman, a bunch of famous actors, and we're all skinny dipping. And I jump out of the pool, and they want me to jump off a diving board. Jumping on a diving board is not flattering for a man when he's naked. Just gonna say that out loud. And I had to do it. They said, oh, when we film this, it's gonna be very tasteful. It's just gonna be from behind. It'll be a buttock shot. On the day of filming, there was A camera, B camera, and a crane camera that came in for the close-up. And I had to do like 15 takes because I wasn't making a big enough splash. Well, there's only one way to make a bigger splash. Spread your legs out like this. Guess where the water goes? Guess where the water goes? Yeah. Yeah.
You ever watch any of the shows you work on?
Do I ever
watch any of the shows you work on?
Yes. Yes, I do. I don't watch every show that I work on. Sometimes, especially on camera, anything, you record it, you don't know when it's going to play, and then until people start saying, "Hey, I saw you on TV last night. You were naked getting water shot up your butt." Great. Actually, when that first aired, my mother was the first person to call me. She's like, "Kirby." And then there's call waiting, and I click the call waiting, and my brother goes, "Dude, I just saw your penis on TV." Not one of my prouder moments.
That makes you say that's a regret.
No, it was actually a fun role, but it was yeah. Actually, the same. I might as well tell this story. The same show. When we were skinny dipping, I was in a relationship. I was married in the show, and the dialogue when we were in the hot tub, we were talking about my wife's new breast augmentation. But the actress they hired did not have such qualities. In fact, she was quite small. So we went to the director and saying, this dialogue isn't going to make any sense. Now remember, I'm naked in this hot tub with her. And he says, well, why doesn't she just sit on your lap and you push them together and make them look bigger? And she goes, okay. Baseball. Baseball. Yeah. True story. Yeah.
I do actually have a question. It's a funny one. Did you ever meet the voice actor who did Emperor Dornkirk? Because he's the same guy that did Rhinox from Emperor Dornkirk.
Emperor Dornkirk. So, if you recorded in Vancouver, then I know who it is.
Yeah, because he did Rhinox from Beast Wars, and I remember seeing an article with him, he was falling on some bad.
Does anybody know who the actor was? I don't think I know.
I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but I know his kids were trying to help him out because he wasn't getting enough voice roles. Is that
Is it Dornkirk or Dornkirk?
Dornkirk, yeah.
Emperor Dornkirk. There it is. His name is Chloe. Who played him?
I know he's also voiced.
Voice Emperor Dornkirk.
Yeah.
BehindTheVoiceActors.com. We're almost there. Yeah. I mean, when I grew up, we didn't have the fancy internet. Oh.
Because why I mentioned it is
Richard Newman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he was falling on hard times and stuff, and I saw they were trying to help him try to get new roles and stuff because he was getting bypassed by a lot of the younger voice actors. Would that affect you in any way, shape, or form in the future? Because
that always affects actors. The younger, the better come in, and they squeeze us out.
I'm not trying to chase him because I felt bad for him because he was a good part of my childhood. I watched a lot of shows with him in it, and I just felt so bad because.
Oh, he still does lots of work. He does a lot of theater. He does a lot of voice work. He's on Franklin the Turtle. You know, it's funny. I auditioned for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at Franklin, I think the same year in '97. I'm like, who the heck's Franklin? I'd be Michelangelo, right? Like Franklin's gonna last. That thing's been running for 20 years. I'm like, okay, there we go.
Is there a character that you've played or done that is most like you'd rather it's live live TV or voice acting that comes close to like your personality wise what you enjoy doing?
Did I work on something that
Well, something like most
that's most like me? Morocco.
Yeah.
I mean, there's. I don't know. There's been a number of things where there's things that I could relate to, but then there's a lot of things.
You kind of just be yourself that you got more into than.
No acting required. Just go and be you.
Yeah.
Not really. No. Until they write my life story, and then they'll probably hire somebody younger and better looking to play me. Damn them.
Have you ever had an interest for anything like, say, behind the camera on the other side of the mic, producer, director?
I really enjoy writing. Unfortunately, in Vancouver, there's not a very good medium for getting your written work acknowledged or made. I did win a national writing competition, and the short film that I wrote was a $20,000 first prize. So I went and made the film, and it cost a lot more than $20,000, but it was really good. It was well received, and but it's a lot of work to do. I think if I lived in Toronto even or LA, I would do more writing because I really enjoy that. Hi.
What was the weirdest line you've probably ever said?
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind bearing my children. 10 minutes. Do you either want to dance or we have 10 minutes? Cool.
More combination.
Yeah. I want to see. Good. Well, this was fun. It was informative. Hello.
Favorite sandwich?
Favorite sandwich? Well, I am going to take credit for introducing the peanut butter banana sandwich to all of Australia. Because back in 1991, they had no idea what that was, and I ate it all the time. And everybody's like, oh, crikey, mate, what's that? It's disgusting. And then they try it, and they're like, well, it's pretty good. Who knew? It's crazy. So yeah, I was a big peanut butter banana fan. Don't eat them anymore. Turkey sandwich, chicken sandwich, anything I can dip into soup. You need a dipper, you know? Soup and sandwich, they go together like soup and a sandwich.
Panera bread.
Yes. Do you guys have burger places that just do burgers in between lettuce? Here?
Jimmy John's does something like that.
Do they do that?
Sandwiches.
It's very big in LA. Carbs are the enemy, you know.
You want a six-pack?
Yeah.
Eat all the carbs.
2 questions.
No, stop.
Cool. So.
What's the last movie you watched? Just helping out.
Last movie. Well, I'm trying to think of that. I'm watching Stranger Things on Netflix. You heard of this?
Yeah.
It's awesome. It actually scared me. It was like, I got goosebumps. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good series. Movies. I'm quite disappointed with a lot of the movies I see. I walk out of a lot of movies. So like Batman Begins, I walked out of that one and I watched it on a plane. I can't remember. There's probably something. Yeah. Wait, what's the best movie you guys have seen?
Captain America
Civil
War.
Oh, I heard Captain America was good.
That's cool.
We talk about like
Correct. Oh, correct. The new Star Trek looks like it's going to be good.
Yes.
Yes. Doesn't have me in it, but whatever. I wish.
Oh, really?
Cool. Hi.
So I just started watching Game of Thrones. I never actually saw it until like a couple weeks ago. Who's your favorite character?
Well, you gotta love Tyrion. Peter Dinklage is awesome. If you haven't seen The Station Agent, which is his breakout role, look for that movie. The Station Agent is a great film. Yeah, there's so many great characters in that. You guys, who's your favorite character?
there.
Jon Snow. You know what I just saw on the plane? It was a total spoiler. Jon Snow was on Tonight Show. And you guys know? Do you know?
Yeah.
About Jon Snow?
Yeah.
That he knows.
Some people don't know. They're like, what's he talking about?
He knows what a windmill is.
He knows what?
He knows what a windmill is.
It's like, you know nothing, Jon Snow, and there was a point where it's like, what's that? Is that a castle? Like, no, it's a windmill. Jon Snow knows one thing, knows what a windmill is.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you got to play on your strengths. Cool. Hi.
I have a really good question.
Is it about Inuyasha?
Oh, yeah.
It's what? Trivia, and it's in 3 parts.
No. It's one is, you said you want me to scratch your back. And want me to scratch your back.
The guy who was sitting in 4C on my way here, he was a little weird. I was like, you know what, buddy? No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't know. You want me to scratch your back? Well, you gotta say it like him then. At least I need the impression. Ah, jeez! Get all panicky and... I love when you laugh, your knives shake. I'm like, cut your throat! What's that from again?
Soft.
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 Oh, saw.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like one of those things where it's gonna.
One of the
traps. One of the traps.
Yeah.
I was either gonna think Saw or Hellraiser, actually.
Hellraiser would be good, yeah.
Yeah. That's very cool. All right. Well, you guys have been a lot of fun. Hey, thanks for coming to see me and chat with us. And I guess we're gonna do an autograph thing at maybe 6. 6. Yeah. You guys got anything you want signed? Come on down. Okay. Other than that, thank you for coming.